The idea that every person of Chinese descent in America is a sleeper agent waiting to rise up upon a signal from Beijing, well, it's not new.
On November 1st, 2018, Jeff Sessions announced the China Initiative, a systematic focus on the criminal investigation of individual Chinese researchers and professors. Espionage cases are nothing new, but now these efforts have been directed specifically toward Chinese immigrants and Chinese Americans.
We will not allow our sovereignty to be disrespected, our intellectual property to be stolen, or our people to be robbed of their hard-earned prosperity.
The China Initiative was created in response to the threat of Chinese espionage and IP theft, as well as China's 1,000 Talents program. This program was created in an effort to recruit acknowledged international experts in scientific research.
I don't think the 1,000 Talent program is sinister. It's right for China to want its best people to return home and make a contribution at home.
Cynophobia has been on the rise in the US, especially with the soon-to-be former administration. Donald Trump reportedly said when discussing China, almost every student that comes over to this country is a spy. Between 1997 and 2008, 17% of defendants charged under the Economic Espionage Act were Chinese. Since 2009, 52% have been Chinese. According to the Cardozo Law Review, quote, as many as 1 in 5 Asian Americans accused of being spies may be innocent. They go on to say, statistically significant differences may suggest that the DOJ is prosecuting innocent Asian defendants far more frequently than those of other races. Jeff Sessions' China Initiative is a product of this xenophobia.
It's a China initiative. It's not even a Russia initiative.
There are real national security risks to being globally open. There are.
We've now reached the point where the FBI is opening a new China-related counterintelligence case about every 10 hours.
Christopher Wray described the threat as all of society, and he talked about unconventional collectors.
Non-traditional collectors is a relatively new term. The FBI defines it as an individual who is not operating on behalf of an intelligence service, but who collects information from the United States and other foreign entities to support foreign government-directed objectives. Students and teachers fall under this umbrella.
So right now, the focus is on disclosure cases. The vast majority of the current cases are not espionage cases.
We should be participating in the decision-making about what kind of research is risky and how to insulate, how to protect ourselves from those risks rather than letting other people make those judgments for us. The US is in a lot of trouble right now because people who don't know a lot about medicine are weighing in on medical decision-making.
There are obvious examples of government overreach. Sherry Chen, Xiaoxing Xi, and also Wenho Li. In Professor Xi's case, the government didn't get the science right.
The Secretary of State described the tension between the US and China in the terms of Cold War.
Communist China is already within our borders.
That's almost exact language that Joseph McCarthy used.
I've labeled them as the party of communism.
I was accused by the DOJ for stealing secret for China. They, of course, accused me for something I did not do. These armed agents rushed into my house, running around yelling FBI, FBI, and so they round up my wife and 2 daughters at gunpoint. The thought that went through my mind was that don't do anything that will cause them to shoot us, and just took me away in front of my family. They interrogated me for 2 hours, so I asked them why I was arrested, and they wouldn't tell me. It's overnight. And I changed from some respected researcher, and normal family life to a suspected spy. Nothing that they charged me of was true. Everything they said was false. It was very tough, not just psychologically, but also physically. I can see my wife getting thinner. What did I feel when they dropped the charge? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
They thought that he was up to no good. Why? Well, for no reason, apparently.
Congressional representatives from the Committee for Oversight and Reform, Jamie Raskin and Judy Chu, sent letters to the NIH and FBI expressing their concern over possible bias against ethnic Chinese researchers.
The chilling effect has caused the universities to drop their cross-border collaboration programs with Chinese universities. Some of them might lead to very tangible scientific discoveries.
There's a joke going around on social media among Chinese, I'm told. The fear that American officials have is that Chinese are coming to steal secrets. But if the Chinese don't come, there will be no secrets to steal.
Chinese Americans have made an enormous contribution to American society, to the United States, that the intellectual and academic collaborations that have gone on between China and the United States have been enormously to the benefit of the United States and to the benefit of the world.
The concern is that the China Initiative has created a chilling effect in academia, causing Chinese students and professors to become unwilling or unable to work in the U.S. Seton Hall law professor Margaret Lewis wrote, "While Congress has not actually written China into the criminal statutes themselves, the DOJ has criminalized China by pursuing it as an explicit enforcement priority."
The tenet of science is sharing the information. We all build on each other's work.
That we need to speak up against racial profiling, against these profiling based on where people come from. Fundamental research should be unrestricted to the maximum extent possible. If there are some information that need to be protected, you classify it.
If we make it so unpleasant to be here that those students and scholars don't want to come here, we will not have the best universities in the world. It will be a stunning own goal.